The movie opens up with a scene where we see that there are passengers in a bus and they were guarded by military personnel. All the people in the bus were looking tensed and clueless. It seemed that something is very wrong with the world, and there is a big problem. At this juncture, we hear a baby crying, and her mother, Emma, tries to make her calm. At this point, the bus that was going before them suddenly stopped. For this, their bus stopped too. One of the two soldiers got down to check what is happening outside. The other soldier in the bus tried to contact him, but there was no sign of reply from the other side. We see that a zombie attacks and eats up the soldier who got down. After getting infected, the soldier also turned into a zombie. The infected soldier tried to get into the bus to attack the other passengers, but soon Jack and Patrick, two friends, were successful in pushing the zombies from the bus, and then they closed the doors. Patrick told everybody to stay inside the bus to be safe, but Jack didn't listen to him. Instead, he went out and tried to pick guns from the infected dead soldiers. As soon as Jack approached the soldier, he suddenly got alive and attacked Jack. There were many infected people who have now turned into zombies. The zombies were trying to attack the bus. They tried to break it. They shattered the glasses of the bus. This frightened the other passengers. They got down from the bus and started running here and there. All the people were scattered, and Emma and her daughter Lou were separated from the others. Emma got very frightened and she held her baby tightly. Lou was crying continuously because of the things happening there. Emma was also very tense about her little child. They hid in a place and suddenly a zombie came from the back and attacked at both of them. It was a relief when Jack came and then shot the zombie. But unfortunately, we see that a zombie had bitten Emma's arm, leaving the area infected. The scene then directly shifts to a place where we see that there's a lot of snow around, and we can sense that time has progressed. The whole place is stranded and deserted. No one's living there, not a sign of life at that place. Everything is closed and shut down. Jack and Patrick are now living separately in houses next door, separated by a fence. After 9 years, Lou is now 9 years old and lives with Jack, who she refers to as her father. Patrick is revealed to be her biological father. She was taken away by Jack when Patrick became an alcoholic and failed to help Emma when she was attacked and killed. Patrick and Jack are no longer allowed to speak to each other, and Lou is not allowed to leave the premises. Between the fences, though, she forms a bond with Patrick's dog. We then see Patrick shot a dead horse. He has all changed. He has long hair now, big beard, almost looking like a homeless man. He shot the horse and then took it to his place. Jack is now his neighbor, and he lives along with his daughter Lou. We see Lou is watching Patrick from the window and told Jack that he has hunted another one. Lou is sad over the fact that she hadn't eaten a piece of meat for a very long time, and then walks away from the window. It seems that Jack and Lou lead a decent life. They bring groceries and food from a nearby stranded shop, whereas Patrick lives a very rough life, and he drinks a lot. He stays with a dog. He somehow manages his food and his dogs by killing animals and eating them. To avoid loneliness, Patrick runs a radio station and then talks to himself only. He plays songs on the radio and listens to all of it by himself. He waits for someone to give a reply. He begs for a reply, but there is no one to listen to him. He had loud speakers outside his home connected to the radio. On the other side, we see Jack is shooting at bottles, and Lou asks if she can also take a gun and shoot, and Jack said that it is not a child's game and refuses to give Lou a gun. We see that Lou wakes up early morning every day and then gives cookies and biscuits to Patrick's dog. She thanks the dog as her friend. We see Jack standing in front of Emma's pictures, and Key comes from behind and says they should now change the flowers. After this, Jack gives Lou a gift, which contains some of Emma's possessions. Lou becomes very happy at that moment when she saw those, and then at that point, when Jack was going to wish Lou a happy birthday, Patrick played a happy birthday song on a speaker. This irritated Jack a bit. Lou was asking Jack about zombies and monsters and asked him if they were real, how did they look, and what they did to human beings. Jack says that these zombies are the monsters only responsible for her mother's death. Jack concludes that all the zombies are dead from the bone-chilling cold. Later at the night, we see that Lou suddenly wakes up after she had a nightmare. She goes to the window with a lantern, and she sees a zombie outside. She got so frightened that she stood still there for some time. It was morning again. We see that when Jack wakes up, Lou wasn't there on the bed. Jack was very worried because of this and searched the whole house, but he couldn't find her anywhere. After some time, we see that Lou was under the bed. Jack asked her to come out of there, but she was so freaked out she did not. Jack joined her and asked her what happened. She tells everything to Jack. Jack told her that it was only a nightmare and there can't be zombies anymore because they all died from the cold. Jack did not want to believe that there was anyone there, but when Lou asked Jack that if there was no one outside, why doesn't he let Lou out? Jack did not have an answer for this. We see that there's a confrontation between Lou and Patrick when Lou went to give cookies for his dog. Patrick tried to talk to her when Jack comes there angrily and told Patrick not to hover around Lou. Patrick simply steps away and took his dog on a snowmobile and went for shopping. Near the shop, he sees that there's a zombie eating a fox. He gets frightened and then tries to run away from the zombie. His snowmobile hit a big wrench and then toppled, making Patrick fall. When he opened his eyes, he sees that there's a zombie in front of his face. He then learns that the zombies are blind. After the zombie went, Patrick somehow flees from there with his snowmobile and rushed to his place. Jack was teaching Lou to hold a gun and aim, and then they both saw a rabbit and planned to shoot it. But as soon as they tried to shoot the rabbit, there was another sound of a gunshot which made the rabbit run away from there. They saw Patrick coming on his snowmobile, and they sensed some problems. His snowmobile crashed again, and the zombie came there. The zombie attacked on Patrick and bites him, and at this point, Patrick's dog jumps there and bites the zombie. Jack came there with a shotgun, and Lou was continuously telling him to shoot, but Jack somehow could not shoot. The dog saved his owner, but was unable to save himself. The zombie killed the dog. Lou was very sad and was angry at the same time. She was angry with Jack because he could have saved the dog, but he did not. Lou slips out of the house that night to lay flowers on the dog's grave. The infected assault her, but Jack arrives just in time. The zombies injure him terribly. Patrick saves Jack and Lou from the infected and binds them up. They discover that despite being sick, they are resistant to the disease because none of them have transformed. They also discover that the infected have evolved, losing their ability to see, but gaining heightened hearing. Lou wants to have Patrick home for supper the next day, and Jack agrees. Patrick is talking on the radio when he gets a response, which makes him want to leave. Jack invites them to join him, and he accepts. When they arrive at the warehouse to get supplies, Lou notices a woman in the distance. When the guys find out she's pregnant, they take her home. Her party had heard Patrick on the radio and was on its way, she says. Their convoy, however, was attacked. She hears the howling of the infected they've caught at this point. She shoots it with Patrick's revolver and informs them that they refer to each other as howling. When they hear howling from afar, they begin to board up the house, and a large number of sick people arrive at the residence and immediately begin attacking. The infected stop attacking and protect their ears as the woman plays loud music. However, as the generator runs out of gas, the volume of the music drops. Patrick decides to make a self-sacrifice by luring the infected out of the house. He hollers at the infected, who follow after lighting the flare. As Patrick blows himself and the infected, Jack, Lou, and the woman drive away. Jack, Lou, and the woman take a drive out of town to see the sunrise.